All right, selecting and masking and working with layers in Photoshop. Here we go, taking an image and getting just the head. So it's easy to remove the background, and ChatGPT is pretty good at removing background, but when you try to, like, I took the image and I said head only on transparent background, right? The remove background starting image, and ChatGPT kept the background transparent, but it kind of added some body. And so I don't know if it's just hard for these editors to kind of detect where the head ends. It kind of got the idea of a headshot, but all right, let's. I got it in Photopea using some selecting masking layers, and Photoshop selecting masking layers. So, all right, so this is kind of the next step in Canva. After you remove background on an image, you want to start using this magic eraser. But maybe you don't have premium, and I kind of like working with Photopea and Photoshop better. If you don't have Photoshop installed, then you can use Photopea for free on the web. So let's do it. So I got my original image, a JPEG from ChatGPT that I said do a Pixar effect, Pixar style digital image in ChatGPT, and it gave me this image. And so I am going to send it to. All right, I had to do a second take because I had a little trouble with Photopea the second time. It was easier the first time. Photoshop's easier, so hang in there. Photopea is a little tricky, but I got it to work. So I got my image, and I am going to go to the Photopea homepage. Start where you guys are. So drag your image in, and let's save it. So file, save as PSD. Call this Photopea demo 3. And then I want to do file, save as PSD, save more, PSD to storage, and select the P drive and save it. Okay. So first you want to remove the background, and it's under the select menu or the magnifying glass, remove background. It says you need to have premium or watch an ad.
Law Tigers is a great partner when there is issues that come up where you do need a lawyer. Law Tigers is right.
Okay. So it selects the subject and adds a layer mask. And so I want to kind of move the face in the middle. This is what worked a little better for me. So make sure you target your image and move it to the middle, and then you want to free transform. So this menu transform in Canva, you always have those Command Option T, edit free transform, because Command T opens up a new tab. So you got to do Command Option T. Command Option T. I was saying Canva always has this bounding box transformation control handles. Okay, thank you, Canva. Let me get out of here. File. Okay, Command Option T, get the bounding box, and then I'm going to Option drag from the corner. Guess Option doesn't want to make a difference, so just try to get the head kind of centered, and all right, so that's something like that's fine for me. Okay, and then it's kind of like once you're done with this tool, you have to say save your changes and hit check or enter. Check. Okay, so I ended up creating a new layer and then merging this layer onto my top layer. So with this layer selected on the bottom, this Command Option Shift, the 3 modifier keys, and then the E key merges visible to top. So it is a little Command Option E. See, I had to change to select layer 1 to do it a second time. And then I'm done with this bottom layer for now, so I know it's kind of a destructive edit, but this is just what worked for me. Because otherwise I'd come in here and I'd get the quick select tool and I'd start to paint. All right, I'd get the marching ants kind of on the face, and I go to the hat, and yeah, that would happen. So I'm gonna deselect, Command D, and I'm going to control click on the layer and flatten the image. So now I got a solid white on the background. So I think Photopea is going to have an easier time detecting that edge around the hat. For some reason it couldn't or didn't. All right, so now we can kind of get our click and hold on the third tool down, the quick selection tool. The 15 pixels is the default size, so hit right bracket. And if you want, you could zoom in a little. You could do Command and then Command and Shift. No. With the move tool active, you could do spacebar to bring up the hand, then middle finger on command, and then click kind of to get, and if you go too far, then you hold option, you zoom out. So, you know, you don't want to be kind of, you want to have a good view when you're working. So, all right, so quick select, and then click on the face. I see some marching ants, and it's kind of hard to see on my screen. I can barely see, the tassel's a little messed up. But I went too far into the body, so now I'm going to option click, and option toggles between these plus and minus, add to selection, remove from selection, or subtract from selection. So option click kind of here, and then it goes back up into the face. So let go of option, then click on the face, and then it's kind of just this iterative kind of building up your selection. Now the line is like on the collar, so I can option click just above the collar. Be very careful not to go too far, like up into the chin. So just into the collar, just into the neck. And you don't want to go into the white either. Actually, you can because you're removing from the selection. So just a little bit, then let go of option. So it's kind of a, I don't know, it's, all right. So once you get a good starting point, I could come in here and then left bracket to make my brush go way down and kind of, I don't know what's going on in that tassel, but something doesn't feel right. All right, so that did a good job, I think. And the way to find out is to come to add a layer mask. Boom. And then you can option click on the layer mask, and it gives you, see, there's something going on with the tassel up there. So tassel problem. Sometimes I got the top of the hat was a problem, but this looks nice and smooth. Sometimes the chin is a problem. There's a little nick on the chin there. So let's option click again on the layer mask, and I could like zoom in way even more, right? So what I want to do now is refine the edge, but not with this tool, just the painting with white to reveal and black to conceal. So you see here, white is revealing and black is concealing. And so what I want to do is I want to paint with a brush that's white to reveal more. And so I'm going to paint kind of along the chin that was kind of grainy here and just give it a little more area in the chin. And then I want to X to switch. If you hover on the little, you get a tooltip. All right, so switch, hit the double pointed arrow, or hit the X key to swap foreground, background colors. Now I'm painting with black, the foreground color. And so now when I paint, it removes. And I think I want to have my brush be a little bit soft, like 90%. So there's a little fuzziness, a little feathering in the brush on the edge, so that it's not like, you don't want, it's hard to talk and paint carefully at the same time. All right, so that looks pretty good. Maybe come back around the bottom now that my edge is, all right. So, you know, no one's going to notice except you, but I'm going to scroll up to that tassel area, and then it looks like I'm painting with black, so I want to switch again, X or the double pointed arrow, and now I can kind of come back across the tassel. All right, that's fine. I could switch it one more time and make sure there's no black on that tassel, but I think I'm the only one that's going to notice it. All right, so Command 0, zoom out, fit in window, or Command minus a bunch, and then it looks good. So I'm happy with that. I'll do File, Save, Save to P drive, And then I could do File, Export as PNG, and save it. And then drag it out to the desktop and take a look. Nice. A little something on the tassel, but maybe that's just how the image is. All right, so same thing. Let's bring it into Photoshop. And I'm going to drag the ChatGPT image onto Photoshop to open it in a new tab. I'm going to remove background. I'm going to make a new blank layer and do Command-Shift-Option-E, merge visible command, and then it puts it on the new layer. And I can eyeball off the bottom layer to work solely on this top layer. And I can now come to the Quick Select tool. I guess I should zoom in first, right? So spacebar, Command, and in between the eyes, and then scroll down a little. So now I can get the Quick Select tool, the fourth tool down, Quick Select tool, click and hold to go to Quick Select. And let's see, target the layer you want to target. Then the Quick Select brush shows up. You can left and right bracket to adjust the size of your brush. Mine's at like 70 pixels. Click, maybe get in the hat first. All right, that did a good job with the hat, but not the tassel. So maybe I want to left bracket and kind of make sure I get this outer edge. You just don't want to go over the edge, right? You want to stay inside the boundaries of the pixels you want to select. So sometimes this tool's a little tricky. It might even look better without that little bottom part of the tassel on there. So keep going down the face. Got to make sure you get the eyes. And then it went too far, but this time Photoshop stopped at the collar. So when I said Photoshop was better, here you see it's a little, Photoshop's doing a little better job, but I want to come back up into the neck, below the chin. And Photoshop did a little kind of funky job here on the chin. The problem is, right, it's basically, it's a same color on a same color. It's hard to tell when the shadow from the chin hits the shadow of the neck. And but let's see, let's add the layer mask. Bottom right corner, or now with this contextual taskbar, you have an add layer mask button right in the middle. And scroll down a bit, and option click on the mask. So there's a couple like little nibs, little things sticking out. And let's see, I want to option click again on here and then go to the brush tool with the B key, and then my foreground's white, the background's black. Those are the defaults. And then I can come in and I want to, let's see, I'm going to add to the selection. So looks like a little spot there, kind of got. All right, so pretty good. I can hit the X key, or right now I get the tooltip to say switch foreground and background with the X as a keyboard shortcut. So I can hit X or the double pointed arrowhead. And now I can come over and paint with black, kind of on those rough spots. This one's kind of rough right there. And I think that's looking really good. So I'm happy with that. Maybe a little bit of the tassel. And I don't know. The rest looks really good, I think. So maybe the ear. That's fine. All right, so I'm going to do a new blank layer. Command-Option-E, merge visible. Now I got the head on its own layer. Eyeball off the layer below. And go to the Move tool. And then Command-0 to zoom out. And then center it. Get some smart guides. Now when I grab a... That's nice, I don't have to do Command-T, so it knows I want to transform it. I got the Move tool. Option to click on a corner, center out, transformation. And that looks pretty good. Let go of the mouse, let go of Option, switch to the Move tool, and save it. File, save as. Put it on my desktop as Demo 3 Photoshop. Enter, enter. And file, export. Export as PNG, it's fine. Desktop, save. All right, so we should have a couple files from Photopea and Photoshop. You can see, I think Photopea was a little clunkier, but still pretty good. Let me I think it gives you more control than the magic eraser. So all right, so I'm just gonna put together a new little YouTube thumbnail, and if you want to watch it, great. If not, then export a PNG and upload it. So let's see, upper left corner, plus button, new file, custom size. Now I got my head demo 3 PNG, and let's see, I can drag it out. Just kind of looking at these smart guides and where I get like that center. Alright, something like that. And I think I brightened it up and added an outline, so if you want to adjust it, you could do like some slight brightness and then maybe some shadows just to brighten it up a little. I did shadows, outline white with a color picker, upper left, drag. And you can't see it because it's white on white, but if I'd go to elements and add a gray radial gradient gray, and let's see, under photos, find one that's not premium, or just, I'm going to drag mine on so it snaps and resizes. Command Option left bracket or Control click to layer, send to back. And I am liking this app, 10 buttons to the right to get text styling, text studio, search for blue, and then change the font to like a college font. And I think college black is the one I've been using. And no icon, add to design. And then option drag from the corner. And export it, download it. Probably rename it first, but too late now. Actually, I've been having better luck with JPEGs because when you upload it to YouTube, it's under 2 megabytes. So maybe we should have, right? So maybe I should, since transparency doesn't matter, I should get in the habit of just switching to JPEG when I download it. And then I got my design ready to go with the head only, head isolated from the body of a character. So welcome to selecting and masking. There's lots of great tutorials on it, and I hope you had fun.